My name is Tucker Gilman. I'm a postdoctoral researcher at the National Institute for Mathematical and Biological Synthesis in Knoxville, Tennessee. I'm interested in how evolution affects processes that we usually think of as being ecological. For example, extinction or species coexistence. One process that I study is species collapse, which occurs when two closely related species begin to hybridize and are eventually replaced by a hybrid swarm. We've seen this happen in fish, in frogs, and even in some plants. We don't know what causes it, but we think it often has something to do with us. It often seems to follow man-made environmental disturbances. For example, green and barking tree frogs have hybridized in parts of their range where humans have removed vegetation from around the edges of their shared breeding ponds. Environmental managers are worried about species collapse because species collapse leads to the loss of biodiversity. We don't know what the long-term consequences of species collapse will be. Will it be permanent? Will it change the way that ecosystems function? Okay. One way to find out would be to wait and see, but we'd rather not have to do that. We'd like to have answers to help guide our management decisions now. So, working with Jocelyn Bem at the University of Wisconsin, I developed a mathematical model to help answer these questions. Although we don't understand the species collapse process very well, we do understand some of its component parts. So, we linked those component parts in a model and then simulated species collapse on a computer. By running the simulation process forward, we were able to look at what might happen in collapse systems after the collapse events. We found two interesting results. First, species collapse may not be permanent. After a collapse event, there's a window of opportunity during which we can correct the disturbance and have some reason to hope that species pairs might reemerge. Unfortunately, we don't know how long that window of opportunity may be. Second, we found that species collapse will empty ecological niches. But if species can reemerge in the system, those niches may be refilled. Unfortunately, the loss of genetic biodiversity during collapse events is likely to be permanent. Species coexistence and niche occupancy are ecological questions, but speciation and hybridization are explicitly evolutionary processes. Our results show that we can't understand the ecology without understanding the evolution.
For more information about postdoctoral fellowships at the National Institute for Mathematical and Biological Synthesis, visit our website at www.nimbus.org.